Next on Good Morning El Paso, Andrus High School is heading to the Sweet 16. We're there as the team is leaving for the big game. Also,
we go to them and point out these issues and they correct it. They failed to do that. That's why you got to definitely do this.
A construction worker killed on the job at Fort Bliss. A whistleblower is speaking out saying the death could have been prevented.
And enough is enough. 90 million Americans facing another winter blast. We have your complete storm track weather coverage and, of course, our local forecast.
Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC7's Good Morning El Paso.
It's going to be a cold start to your Thursday today, and we are still under a first alert. This is a live look outside this morning from atop the Franklin's. Beautiful shot this morning.
Yeah, you can even hear the wind whistling a little bit too, like that little sound effect. It's happening though. Welcome back to Good Morning El Paso, everyone. I'm Hillary Floren.
And I'm Stephanie Valle. It is 6:01 on your Thursday, almost to the weekend, but of course we do have some cold temps to get through before we get there.
We sure do. Crystal, we still have that first alert in effect, actually.
Yes, the first alert's still in effect through our morning show. Reason for that is because it is very cold and still breezy to windy outside. So your first alert not going to be in effect too much longer. Through this afternoon, we'll just be staying cool. No expectation of snow in the forecast or rain, and those winds will be lighter as we move through the later part of today. Here's a check on the temperatures right now outside. Burr, 30 in El Paso, 28 Las Cruces, also at 28 degrees Alamogordo and 14 Ruidoso. To put it into perspective here, Monday, Tuesday, we had morning temperatures in the 50s, so we're talking some of us about a 20-degree difference, and that is why we are leaving your first alert in effect through this morning. A just very cool day. Wind chills even worse off. Now, the good news is your first alert not in effect for an icy start to the morning. While we had that very isolated 10% chance of some snowflakes or ice moving in, it did not come to fruition. That stayed well to the east of us. Just some clouds out there today. We'll talk about the clearing sky conditions and warming temperatures ahead.
All right, Crystal, thank you. An engineer says the Army is to blame for the on-the-job death of a construction worker at the new William Beaumont Army Medical Center last week. Andrew Wilkerson, employed by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, says there were hundreds of safety violations by the main contractor and subcontractor, which he warned the Army about for months.
Oh, every day. I was on the site at least 6 hours per day, and it was constant. Guys would be up on ladders. They didn't have fall protection on. They'd be walking the beams. They're not properly tied off.
In late October, Wilkerson said he even wrote up his boss for a safety violation. The situation escalated in August when Wilkerson says the construction stopped for 3 weeks to address safety and construction concerns. After the shutdown, a letter was sent out saying there were no problems. Wilkerson said he forwarded the letter from the contractor saying his safety concerns were wrong to the Corps' legal counsel. In November, Wilkerson was moved to a desk job, saying he was insubordinate.
They claimed that that an order was given not to go up on the decks, and I went up there. I was the one that was unsafe after I exposed all these unsafe issues.
We've confirmed OSHA and the Army Criminal Investigation Command are investigating the worker's death and Wilkerson's safety concerns. The Corps of Engineers, in a statement, said they took the allegations seriously and they expect people on job sites to practice safety procedures.
No action will be taken against the 3 Las Cruces police officers involved in a deadly shooting. 29-year-old Jose Salas was shot and killed by officers on the 1400 block of La Fonda Drive near the Mesilla Valley Mall. That was back in December. Police say Salas ran into a drainage ditch armed with a gun that he took from one of the officers. He refused to drop the weapon and then attempted to run out of the canal. That's when officers opened fire, hitting him twice in the torso. Investigators say Salas then shot himself, and it was his shot that killed him. One of the most wanted drug lords in the world is in custody this morning. Omar Trevino Morales, also known as Z42, was arrested yesterday by Mexican soldiers during a raid in Monterrey. He took over the notorious Zetas after the arrest of his brother. The Mexican government was offering $2 million for his arrest. The DEA was offering $5 million. The Zetas, a gang originally formed by deserters of an elite army unit, are known for leaving a trail of bloodshed and mutilated bodies across northern Mexico.
We're learning more about the allegations against NMSU women's soccer coach Freddy Delgado. Delgado was briefly suspended last year. Now, NMSU had declined to say why, but they did say he had been cleared and reinstated. But according to TV station KOB in Albuquerque, Delgado had favorited a tweet showing a naked full frontal photo of a woman. Some of Delgado's former soccer players noticed it and felt uncomfortable. 8 of them gave up their scholarships and left the team when Delgado was reinstated. NMSU athletic director Mario Mocha could not be reached for comment, but he did tell the Las Cruces Sun News Delgado has been cleared and it is time to move on.
An update now to that rollover that we brought you yesterday morning. It happened around 1 a.m. on US 54 near the Pershing exit. Police have identified the driver as Cameron Ryan Bess, a Fort Bliss soldier. Police say Bess lost control of his vehicle and hit the median barrier. He was thrown from the truck. He was taken to UMC with a severe head injury. Investigators say speed and inattention appear to be factors.
Take a look at this. Our New Mexico mobile newsroom was setting up for a live shot yesterday when they noticed this raid by the Las Cruces police. Officers with weapons drawn seen at Kilby Motel on South Main Street. Department spokesman Dan Trujillo said no one was hurt. Our camera was rolling, though, as police took a man into custody. No word yet on possible charges. Trujillo said the issue may have come up as a dispute between the motel and a guest. Nearly 10,000 fans showed up at the Dawn to watch Bel Air take on Andros in Tuesday's playoff matchup for high school basketball. The Andros took the win, and now they're looking forward to their next game. And ABC 7's Luke Liddon is live in Northeast El Paso with a preview. Luke.
Hillary, Stephanie, we're here at Andros High School where we're just about an hour and a half away where the faculty, the students, everyone here at Andros High School will send off the boys basketball team and wish them good luck in the UIL 5A Regional Semifinals. And I'm here joined by assistant head coach Rodney Lewis, who's here with me. And Rodney, you guys had great success last year. You guys made it to the Elite Eight. This year, the Sweet 16. What's the recipe for success?
Hard work and dedication. And we're a school of pride. Our kids play for our community and our school. So we work hard and we practice hard and we play hard.
It's a very exciting time, obviously. Big game tomorrow night. What is the mindset and just the emotions going into this game?
We're ready because last year we left a bitter taste in our mouth and we wanted to get back here. We have 8 seniors returning from last year and we want to just try to do this the right way.
And you said the main focus was defense for this game as opposed to more so offense?
Yes, sir. That's where we built our staple on. We're a defensive team first.
Okay, great. Well, anything else you'd like to add before we go?
Well, I just want to thank the community for coming out and also the Bel Air community for coming out to make that game yesterday big for our Paso and definitely for the Northeast people.
That's great. And so the boys will head out this morning actually at 9 a.m. when they'll get to Snyder. They're playing Snyder against Dunbar. Have a very good matchup coming up, and of course we'll have coverage later tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Reporting live at Andros High School, Luke Liddon, ABC 7.
Exciting day. All right, thanks so much, Luke. New Mexico State was supposed to play Texas Pan American last Saturday, but the game was delayed because of weather. Last night, the Aggies made up the game and looked very good. They win their 10th straight game, 69-48, the final score. It's their 20th win of the season. The Aggies have one last regular season game, hosting Chicago State on Saturday. And again, that is a sellout crowd. A lot of excitement there.
And at 6:08, it's time to take a look at our traffic cameras, looking over at I-10 and Landfill, where you can see traffic is pretty light at this time. No problems to report on the roads. We'll keep you updated, of course, as the morning stretches on.
Texas is changing the way you get your vehicle inspection stickers.
But we hear from a former inspector who tells us why fraud will still be a problem.
And the winter weather that just will not quit. At least 24 states under a winter weather warning just for today alone.
And back here in the borderland, we're not going to see snow, but it's going to be cold.
Let's go ahead and check in with Crystal right now. She's got an updated look at that first alert.
Yeah, already cold outside, and this afternoon doesn't look much better. We're going to talk about how low temps will start today, but how high they'll rise by your weekend coming up.
All right, thanks, Crystal. This is ABC 7, where news comes first.